Hi, this is Business with Dave. In this video, I'm going to be giving you my lessons learned from starting my own market store business. So yeah, let's jump straight into it. Number one, it is so competitive, super competitive, you wouldn't believe. So if you check out any market store, farmers market, there would be already seasonal traders out there. There will be the odd new one in and out, but you would have seen that they have their store amazingly presented. They know what to do, what their prices are, how to approach customers, and it is so competitive. Obviously, that shouldn't scare you away. If you do want to get into doing street food or selling products in a market store, you're gonna need to put yourself out there, guys. You're gonna need to be confident in yourself and in your product. And you need to understand that every single day that you do trade, you are improving as you go along. You are improving by looking at other people, looking at other traders, how they present themselves, talking to potential customers as well about your product, your branding, how it tastes and stuff like that. Every single day will be a process for you to learn, and that is super important because every day you learn, that is continuous improvement in order to make your product the finished product to hopefully be able to sell it to in different market stores and supermarkets, to consumers, to retailers, to restaurants, to cafes and stuff like that. So do not shy away from competition. See it as an opportunity to push yourself out there, to really test yourself in terms of product and how you want to present yourself, and to potentially learn about marketing, decorating, and just creating a website and starting an online store. Just so much stuff you can learn about business that just makes it so exciting, and everyone should be enthusiastic about competition because that's how you grow and that's how potentially you make sales as well. Secondly, you will be having early mornings and potentially late evening finishes, or potentially early evening finishes. So literally you could be having 10 straight hours or 12 hours a day where you are working from waking up to preparing, to driving, to setting up, to selling, to tidying up, to driving home, to prepping again. And that whole cycle could be there. Obviously, it is gonna be time consuming, it's gonna take a lot of effort, but if you are passionate about your product, you won't mind it. I've heard the saying where obviously you would rather work 60 hours for yourself than about 40 hours for someone else. That's exactly what it is like starting your own business in any kind of level. You much rather spend so much more time with your own business than with someone else. So why don't you want to do it for your own business? So you wouldn't really shy away from the early mornings. You're more looking forward to the day ahead and potentially meeting new customers, to potentially selling all your products, to potentially introducing it to new consumers, and all the possibilities and opportunities ahead. Differentiation and uniqueness is important and is key to standing out from the crowd. Literally, if you have a product that is just a copycat of something else, copycat of a supermarket product that anyone could buy anywhere, then you're not going to sell much of it, honestly. If you're not putting anything special into it, special ingredients, mom's recipe, grandma's recipe, if you're not able to tell an amazing story or an amazing reason why you started this business, then your business is not going to be successful. Let's just say that. Because those who are able to stand out, those who are able to differentiate themselves from other people, those ones are going to stand out from everyone else. Particularly if you're in a crowded marketplace as well, the key is to make sure that if from a distance your store looks amazing and it stands out, you want people drawn towards you, and if you have people drawn towards you, that will draw other people towards you, and that just carries on. Everyone loves being around a crowd because they want to see what is going on. So if you could have some sort of uniqueness in terms of the product that you're selling, or if your customer service is so good that it really drives people in with your big ass smile, then do all of that different things that you could be doing and in order to sell your product as well. But obviously, being unique is going to be slightly different. It's going to be, not everyone's going to understand you or your product, and that's the thing you need to sort of push through. If you have a really distinguished, unique product and it sort of only attracts a sort of niche audience, then run with that. There will be people, as long as you're in the right marketplace or right location, if your customers are there, they will come find you. And if you could become a specialist, or if you become that place to go for this type of thing, then they will tell their friends, they'll tell their families, they'll put it on their social media about you, and hopefully you could get more customers as an outcome. You will learn so much and you'll be building your confidence. Literally, if you're starting something from scratch, if you're starting from an idea that you had one day to a month later selling a product to consumers, literally that's mind-blowing. Literally, you can do that from scratch. You can literally create a product, put a label on it, price it up, go to a market store, sell it to customers, and hopefully they will buy from you. Hopefully they buy from you, hopefully they finish it, hopefully they'll tell their friends, and then they'll come back to you. And that's the process that you want to be doing in terms of starting a market store business in any kind of level. And that's the thing, you learn so much from marketing to financing to operations and organization and potentially hiring people as well, so on HR level. Literally, you're starting your own small little business from your garage, your bedroom, and you're doing that in hopefully like a bootstrapping way as well. You're not spending a lot, but you're learning so much as you go along and potentially using free resources, free social media, and getting your friends and family to really promote you and your business as well. And all of that is learning, and that is so important. Build your confidence for the future, and hopefully in later in life you will be doing something more in another job or something more fulfilled, because obviously you have the experience here. Or you could be growing your business into something bigger than what it is in the beginning in the next 5 years as well. You meet so many great people, you meet so many great traders who will be there to help you. If you're new, they will be there to help you. You just need to potentially talk to them, tell them about you and your story, potentially get to know them, hopefully try their products, and hopefully you can make some really long life friends out of it. And obviously the customers there as well. If you could create a loyal customer base, they will follow you anywhere you go. Literally, if you're from one market to another market, they will follow your social media sort of trail. You'll be putting all your information on your website. You will have a loyal following, and that's a good way to engage your customers and keep that loyal following for the months and years to go ahead. Particularly if you do want to start a street food business or like a market store business, you need that consistent flow of customers coming in order for you to sustain the rainy weathers, the summer weathers, and stuff like that. And the sense of achievement that you'll be getting from starting your own market store, there's literally nothing like that feeling. The feeling of making your first sale, the feeling that you have loyal customers, that they regularly come back for you and your product, and you get to know them, you get to know their names, you get to know what they do, really build that rapport. That's nothing you would get from doing anything else. Obviously, there'll be a lot of other jobs where you'll be meeting face-to-face customers, but that's on like a business level. This is more on a business/personal level that you wouldn't often get, because you are so attached to your business that this is how you engage with people, and you're not fully hard selling what you're doing. You're just more easing them in, getting them to know you, you get to know them, you introducing your product, and hopefully they like their functionality, or like it tastes amazing and in terms of like food taste. And obviously, achievement wise, you could be building from a little small business from your room to potentially scaling up to restaurants, to selling in supermarkets and independents, stuff like that. Sky's the limit. It really depends on you and how you want to put yourself through. But that sense of achievement from already starting, that already beats anything else, whether you're working from someone else or previously what you've been doing. Next point is the enjoyment of deciding when you want to work and when you don't want to work. Literally, when I started my own market store, whenever it was raining, I wouldn't go in. And that's pretty simple. I know there won't be any customers, or there'll be less customers. There's not really worth point going in. But if it's nice and sunny and I do want to go out and about, I set it up. Obviously, you have full control. You're not stuck to a 9 to 5 job. You're not stuck with a boss telling you to go in on those rainy, snowy days because you have to go in to make that money. You decide what you want to do. You decide when you want to go in, where you want to be located. If you want to be inside an indoor market, you decide to go in an indoor market. You don't need to be outside fighting the winds or the cold and stuff like that. But obviously, you have so much control over your working hours, when you want to take breaks, when you want to go on holiday, and as long as you're making enough money, then you should be good to go to whatever you want to do. If you want to expand your business, do that. If you want to approach different people of selling your business or stuff like that, you know you literally have full control and the feeling behind where you want your business to go, so do run with that. And obviously I can't not include the money. You will be making decent money. Not a lot of money, but obviously that will depend on the amount of sales that you're making, but you'll be making hopefully enough that will carry you on day by day, week by week, month by month. Because if you're not making any money, then it's definitely not worth doing. Even if it's just a passion project or whether you're just about breaking even, there's literally no point doing it if you're breaking even. If you are there just to have fun, then yes, it's great, but if you're not making any money and you're making a loss, there's really no point doing it. So as long as you're making a decent amount of money and you're living a pretty comfortable life, not too comfortable obviously, but you get what I'm saying, as long as you're happy as well, doing what you're doing, selling face to face with customers, then you should be good to go. Money doesn't really count as much as long as you sort of achieve that self-fulfillment, which was what I was talking about before. But obviously the money is a great way and a great indicator that, number one, your product sells, number two, you was right to take the initiative and to go forward with your idea, and number three, you have a loyal customer base to sustain you for the hopefully months and years to come as well. And obviously if you do want to start your own business, this is how you want to go do from the beginning, because literally the way and the amount of money starting up is pretty low. Starting up a market store, you're literally creating a product and selling it to customers. You're not approaching anyone else about it, so do try. Next point I want to talk about is that you can grow into multiple locations. If your market store works in one location, you can find a similar location somewhere else. Go try, branch out. You have two businesses, hopefully you have two people responsible for taking care of the business in terms of moving up and down. But if you can replicate, easy way to hopefully double your sales, hopefully double the amount of people buying your product, and hopefully you can make more, sell more, make more money, expand your business, and hopefully that will be an amazing achievement, and that you could tell everyone about your new product, sell it online and stuff like that, and get that sales going on. Particularly if you can grow really quickly as well. Obviously you don't want to grow too fast. You do want to grow more organically if you can. If you can self-fund each location, then that's great, because you don't rely on anyone else's investment. Because when you start taking in people's investment, they have expectations, they have sales, they have requirements in order for them to lend you, invest money into your business. And quite a lot of the time it's fine, but there will be times where businesses just fall because whether it's weather, whether there's just a loss of customers, whether bad publicity towards a brand, and they lose that investment, or that they owe the investors money. That's the thing you want to try and avoid. If you do want to expand, if you can expand through the own money you've been made, and in order to hopefully build on each store, then that's a great way to start. If you do want to take future investments, but as long as you sort of have a proven model, you have an established system, you have stuff in place in order to prepare you for anything that will be thrown at. Because the worst thing you want to be doing is working all by yourself, 7 days a week, having 2-3 different stores, and having friends and family just help you because you can't have them unmanned because you are committed to this. Try to avoid that. If you have friends and family that could help you, that's a big plus, because they are there for you, hopefully, and they're there to support you. But obviously, do grow organically if you can. Do grow that customer base slowly, and if you do grow it quite quick, do manage the expectations, because obviously high expectations, higher demands for you and your product and your quality of standard and service like that, it can go really up and really downhill really quickly if you're not careful. So if you can grow organically, then you're steadying instead of really shooting upwards and really falling down. That's my really critical piece of advice, and stuff I've seen other businesses do. They really expand too quickly and then they fall really quickly down as well. So my last and final point is that this could be a stepping stone for you to bigger and better things. So starting a market store or a street food business is great because it's a nice beginning, nice learning experience. You learn and you improve your craft in so many different ways in terms of marketing, operation, finance, coming up with the business name, branding and stuff like that, where you wouldn't often learn if you're working for a business itself. You are doing this out of an idea that you have in your head and that you are turning into a product that hopefully you can sell to people. That's such a great way to hopefully start up a bigger business or start up opening a shop or a food restaurant and stuff like that, because you already have the experience, you know what to expect. You hopefully can see that people are wanting your product and that there is demand for it, and that you are pursuing that because you have experience and you have reviews or you have feedback from it. So all of that, nice way to hopefully pave a path for you for future opportunities in terms of either different jobs or different industries that you want to work in, or if you just want to grow your business into a 100-fold business selling products to supermarkets, independents, or working in market stores in multiple different locations, or like me starting a Vietnamese deli shop in the middle of Kentish Town in London, just stuff like that. You learn so much from market stores, you learn so much from the different people that you meet, you talk to so many different types of people, and overall it's such a great experience, particularly if you do want to get into entrepreneurship, if you do want to get into starting your own business. The best way to start market store business. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Hope you found this video useful. If you did, like this video and do leave in the comments below if you found these tips useful, or if you have any comments to it, or if you have any questions. I would love to answer those questions. Do subscribe to the channel. Would love to see those subscribers go up. We're nearly getting through those numbers, so every time we are getting your new subscriber, I'm just like, yes. So do be one of those people as well, and hopefully you found this video useful. I've been Business with Dave. I'll see you in the next video. See ya.